Everybody, I'm N64 Josh, and this is the first episode of Smash School. So the idea here is I've got Crawler with me. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
We've got our someone in the community that we're referring to as an expert. That's Plucky this time around. What's going on?
Hello there.
And then Ken he's got some questions. He's just getting started with Smash and wanting to take things to the next level. So that's what's happening here. So we're gonna take some questions. We're gonna do this all kind of live, and we'll see what happens. So here we go. You guys can see gameplay better now. And Ken, go ahead and start us off. What are some what are some of your questions?
So I guess the one is.
Go ahead and talk
Start
real loud for
shielding.
me too, boss.
Oh, here, hold on. How about now? Better?
Yeah, much
Yep.
better.
All right. So I guess the first thing is shielding and dodging. I don't think I'm very good at that. I think that's what I need to get better at. So any tips about that? Much appreciated.
Okay, all right. Crawler, you want to start with shielding and dodging? We'll just kind of start with you.
I mean, back when we started the show back in, what was that, April? That it's been now that long?
March.
March?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I rarely use my shield, but I mean, I hadn't really thought about the game in a competitive sense as well. So it was kind of just, I was uber aggressive, and that's how I felt. But like it comes with, I hate to say it comes with time, but it does kind of come with time. It's recognizing your opponent's opportunities, knowing when you're vulnerable, knowing when you can take action out of your shield. But shielding is very important because it is so punishable if your opponent attacks your shield, because of the time that they're going to have on end move lag that you'll be able to punish, and they're usually right there in front. You can also do a quick button grab right out of your shield will initiate a grab, and then you can punish from there. So a lot of it is recognition and learning when it's appropriate, but also it kind of just comes with a lot of practice. But it's, I don't know. That's what I got for right now. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I was gonna say too, Ken, Plucky, you guys can go ahead and kind of just fight it out, and we can kind of observe, as we're chatting here. But
Okay.
One of the things, I mean, one, just kind of echo what Crawler said. Yeah, of course, it's going to come with time, and it's really the case. And Ken, before we started recording, you told me that you have a very aggressive play style, and so
Yeah.
that was me to the T, right? Like I was very, very aggressive when I first started playing the game, because I've played all fighting games the same way. I've always been very aggressive, and I beat everybody that can't deal with the aggressive nature of it. But then anybody that knows how to play defensively and can pick up on what I'm doing, it's game over, right? So that has forced me to mix up the way I'm playing. And now shields are, using the shield is a regular part of my play, starting to even see some parrying come into the mix, things like that. And it's those opportunities that the shield gives. It gives those opportunities to be able to punish, like Crawler was saying. And it's those, when you punish somebody in Smash, that's how you're going to get the percent off, right? That's how you're gonna, possibly get in for your final smash, or not your final smash, but for a forward smash, or any kind of a kill move, right? The opportunity may arise. You're gonna give yourself more chances by shielding and playing less aggressive. And a big part of that is going to come from being patient, right? Like I can, for myself, when I first start the first few matches of the day or whatever, I kind of know what my game plan is. I know what I'm going to do. And then I get like 6 hours into a stream and I'm so just like mailing it in, like I'm not like focused on trying to be patient and watch my opponent. And so it's a lot of it has to do with your mindset and what you're thinking about going into your match. And and really, I don't know that there's like a oh, do this technique to practice shielding. You know what I mean? It's something that you've just got to go. As you become more patient, you will watch what your opponent does, and then you will be able to shield certain things because you know that will punish best. You will be able to spot dodge certain things because you know that will be able to punish best. Maybe there is a time that you would roll, so a lot of it will come in time, and as you recognize that it's a problem, it's something that you can keep in the back of your mind to start fixing. Plucky, what do you have anything to add to that?
I mean, you guys said everything already. The only thing that I'll add is like you gotta pay attention to what your opponent is doing. Like sometimes shielding would be better, or like spot dodging. So like that's something to keep an eye out for.
Mm-hmm.
Like their habits as well.
Yeah, especially like the command grabs, like Ganondorf and
Oh yeah.
Bowser and other. Incineroar can do it as well. So those characters that can command grab you out of your shield, it's best when you recognize it's a lot of recognition, but when you can recognize that, then you can spot dodge, and then it's even more punishable because they've had a whiff on that command grab. But I would say one thing, if you want to practice parrying, I have seen something about turning on shells and going to Shadow Moses, and that's a good way to practice parrying, is throw the shells at Shadow Moses' walls, since it's all enclosed in, and then you just practice parrying the shell as it comes at you.
Yeah, that's amazing advice right there. I couldn't remember what stage it was. I'm like, I need to do this. So, and that's something you can I believe you can just go into the lab and set that stage, and then you can go in and turn just the green shell on and have it just smack back and forth between the walls. So I think that's amazing. Ken, do you have any other questions after hearing the answer, or any, does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, not about that. What about control scheme? Is there anything that sort of like helps you out switching, buttons?
How are your controls set up right now?
Default.
So you have tap jump on? Like you jump with the stick?
If he has default, I believe he does.
So yeah. I'm trying to jump more with X and Y more than
so
originally I jumped a lot.
I would say, so hit the C stick right now real quick. Yeah. So you have smash stick on.
Yeah.
The two recommendations I would give you, face button configuration is really preferential just to how you want to play. But two things I would recommend just trying first, and then kind of adapting your controller layout based after you kind of go through this. I would change C stick to tilt stick and turn tap jump off. Those are the two things, just because especially with Corrin's recovery. Are you maining Corrin?
Yeah, for now. Okay. Like I like Greninja too, but I feel like he's a lot more takes more finesse. So Corrin's the one that I've had the most success with.
Yeah, so with Corrin's recovery, I would say you definitely don't want to have misinputs with tap jump on. So tap jump off, and then having tilt stick, just because her in air, her on ground tilts, like her up tilt is super strong. It can reach through platforms. It can and then that down tilt as well right there that you were doing. So having tilts and having it quick and easy access with the C stick is really nice to have. And then smashes are still easy enough to do just by charging up that A button and direction. So right. I would start with those, and then like for me, I have played around a little bit with, like, her aerials are pretty strong, and having C-stick when you're in the air, but also not having to worry about jump as well. I have my L trigger as a jump, but that can kind of, you just got to go back and forth. Josh uses a trigger as well, but also has face buttons that can jump. But yeah, it's kind of just preferential, like what you find works. But those two big things, tilt stick and tap jump off, would be what I'd recommend to start with.
One of the biggest reasons for tilt stick is you can foxtrot into a tilt, right? So like you can be moving at your opponent pretty much full speed and then immediately throw a down tilt or an up tilt, like
instead of an accidental dash.
Yeah, you won't be and you won't be, because you'll throw a smash otherwise, right? Which sometimes that can get you punished because they're not going to be as fast, that kind of stuff. So, we'll wrap this thing up here. Plucky, what you just got to fight Ken? Is there any advice that you would give him?
I think it would be his controls, because having stick jump just doesn't let you use tilt at all. Because it's just really hard. Since you have like stick jump, you just jump randomly on accident, so it makes it hard. But I would say change your controls, try them out, go into your training room, and see how it goes. It's preference, so it's whatever you like.
And it will take some time. Like when I switched to trigger jump, right? Like I use trigger jump specifically with my C stick for my aerials, but when I'm just doing short hops to to like maybe a nair or something, I may switch to the Y button. So it's really going to boil down to your preference, but it will take some time. So keep that in mind. Like it is kind of like learning to ride a bike over again.
Right.
So, all right, well, cool. Thanks everybody for participating. Plucky, Ken, Nightcrawler, guys. This has been the first episode of Smash School, brought to you by the Smash Bros Cast, which is a podcast you can find on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, or right here on YouTube. We do this live on twitch.tv/N64Josh, and thanks again. If you got any questions, comments, make sure to leave them down below. And also, if you're looking for people to play Smash with, jump into the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.